Hey everybody, it's T-Bat, and we're back with a JasonBlaha video. We're going to react to the gym lifting, recruiting fitting gear slave video. JasonBlaha. JasonBlaha says in this video, chicken and rice type diets have an insane track record of success. Oh, they do they? Which part of the diet has the most success, the carb or the protein part? Because that protein's dead.
Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, representing Jason Blaha Strength and Fitness.
And where is it successful, the sarcoplasm or myofibular growth?
Today we're going to talk about how bro diets repeatedly work in the real world. But a quick reminder, if you guys will please click like down below, be greatly appreciated.
All right. I got to tell you right now, bro diets do not work in bodybuilding. I'll tell you why it doesn't work.
If you're not following or subscribed, please do so. And if you'll be kind enough to drop me a comment down below, I would appreciate it so much. Thank you. So let's get over to this topic. I've been saying this a lot lately, and interestingly enough, I've had conversations recently with clients, consultations, other people.
Sure.
One of my clients, he's been over 300 pounds. He's lost 80. His goal is to lose another 20 this year. He pretty much eats this way. And he's probably stronger than most of you out there, just throwing that out there.
He eats this way, but he's probably stronger than majority of you people out there. No, he's not. No, he's not. He's weak because he eats slave food diets. That's why he's weak. He can't produce kinetic energy. He's weak. Whatever. Slave food. He's weak. He's just a lifter like Blaha. He's weak.
Decently strong guy, got a pretty good strength base, but he's doing this, and he's kind of pointed out.
Slave food doesn't build myofibular growth. So the majority of food on that plate is carbohydrate. And he said broccoli, so toxins. So let's see. Toxins and slave food, sugar, and more toxins called arsenic, rice, because it's got arsenic in it. So you have arsenic, glucose, and you have more glucose with more arsenic, with toxins, the vegetable. And then you have the chicken. So you just have a little piece of chicken. So the vegetable is a carb, the rice is a carb, and then you just have a piece of protein. Yeah, carbohydrates, they don't build muscles, but they will build sarcoplasmic muscles.
He kind of laughs. He goes, since I went over to this type of dieting, like even before I hired you to coach me, he's like, literally the change in my food bill is more than the difference it takes to even pay for the coaching. So again, just
Yeah, okay.
kind of think that's kind of funny to me. Literally, his grocery bill is lower from just eating this way enough.
Of course it's lower because he spends less money. He's buying slave food like rice and vegetable as opposed to eating meat.
So that it actually allows him to afford my coaching. But
Yeah,
he's
it
doing
allows him to afford Blaha's coaching by eating slave food diet. Hey man, guess what, guys? Because I go shopping and I buy slave food and eat slave food, I can literally afford Jason Blaha's coaching.
And he's like, yeah, I mean, it's super easy. It is super easy to basically live on chicken, rice, potatoes, vegetables, you know.
Yes, it's super easy to eat slave food diet for people. Really, it's easy to eat these drugs all day. Try to eat natural food, which you've not been grown up on. Go and try to eat your natural food, natural diet. Go, put people on them, see what happens. Yeah, go get them to go shopping to buy natural food in its natural state and eat it in its natural state raw. Go see what happens. Go see what they do. Eh? Go see what they do, Blaha. Yeah.
Throwing a little bit of other stuff in. He goes, it's so easy to lose weight, especially when you lift weights and you have a high step count.
Yeah, listen to what he says. It's so easy to lift weights because, of course, he's eating less food. It's less nutrient dense, so he's starving because he's on a less nutrient dense diet. So he's starving and he's exercising the shit out of himself. It's like it's a lot easier to lose weight on these toxic slave food diets. Yeah, of course, yeah. You know what I mean? But here's the thing: you'll lose bad weight if you eat meat because your body will go to homeostasis. It'll always return to homeostasis. Whatever your body is supposed to be like, it'll return there by eating natural food, meat. But it cannot return to homeostasis. It's out of homeostasis when you eat slave food diets. And they just accelerate aging. The arsenic, the toxins, they accelerate the aging process. Yeah.
He goes, and it's insanely cheap. Like, you feel good and it's cheap.
Yeah, here's the thing, cheap. That's what everybody's looking for. Cheap. Cheap, cheap. When you're cheap, guess what happens? When you're cheap on your lifting, when you're cheap on, all these things and, eating slave food diets, you're cheap. Then your body it will suffer that cheapness. Get it? Yeah, it will reflect that cheapness. You'll look cheap. Yeah. See, when people look at you, they see you for what you look like, cheap. Yeah, because you're eating cheap food. See, you'll look better. You'll look better when you eat natural food, which Blaha is against. See, he says, I'm crazy because I want to eat my natural diet, natural food. Carnivore diet, especially raw, is even more crazy, right? If God forbid, if we were to drink raw milk or eat raw meat, and we were to look much better, my God, that would be a bad thing because then the fitness industry couldn't survive like Blaha. He's got to keep you on the slave food diet, make you look like shit all the time and pretend that you're going to get better. But it will take you 10 years to get better or 20 years to get there to your destination. Oh, yeah, okay.
And it's not hard to make chicken and rice and vegetables taste really good if you can cook it all.
It's not hard to make vegetables and chicken taste good? Taste good or for health? Are you eating for taste or eating for health?
And I think that's the point with this sort of diet. People forget how well it works. They get on all these crazy fats
You're so busy about things tasting good, you forgot about health.
instead of going,
Does cod liver oil taste good to kids? When they gave cod liver oil to kids, right? Which I don't condone you eating cod liver oil. If you want, eat the cod, don't eat the oil. But when they gave cod liver oil, because the slaves, that's all they could afford to keep them healthy. So at least they gave them cod liver oil, these kids, to keep them healthy. When they came in, even the teacher had cod liver oil. The little kids would come into school back in the day, they give you a spoon of cod liver oil to keep you healthy. They were still doing that up into the 60s, 70s. They give you cod liver oil, try to keep you healthy. But that's the because why? Because your diets are deficient. You're on slave food, man. You're just eating garbage all day. So they give you this shit, man. They put it down your throat. Does it taste good, cod liver oil? No. To kids, it tasted like shit, the cod liver oil, because it's unnatural to do that. And so it tasted like shit, but guess what? It had health benefits, right? Apparently. But did it taste good? No. So what was it based on? Taste or health? But like you get these crazy people like Blaha. Taste, taste.
what bodybuilders done forever. What a bodybuilder's done forever. We all know, every single one of you know, when you think historically, what diet does a bodybuilder use to get shredded?
What diet does a bodybuilder use to get shredded? All right, let's just say bodybuilding is based on aesthetic, which it is not. It's only based on building muscle. So let's say you want to get shredded. What is the best diet? Your natural diet. Your natural carnivore raw diet is the best diet to get what? You being shredded.
Everyone's like, well, chicken and rice, right? That is a universal answer that every human being knows who knows anything about it.
No, that's where they became more slaves. The old way was steak and potatoes. The new way is broccoli. Nobody ever ate vegetables back then because it was seasonal. It was seen as seasonal. When I grew up, we didn't have those things in the stores. They just started getting more imports. So because we're getting more imports, we're eating them all the time because it's business. Money is involved. So it's import, bro. You're eating it all year round, poisoning yourself. You're not supposed to. But anyways, whatever, man. I digress. So then they changed it from steak and potatoes to something even lower quality. Lower quality. Chicken, it's garbage. Chicken, rice, arsenic, and broccoli, garbage, toxic, sulforaphane, toxic, whatever. Oxalates, you name it.
Same thing, movie stars. What did Hugh Jackman complain about not that long ago?
Yeah, what
One
did he
thing
complain
he
about?
hates about doing those roles, he's like, I eat chicken and rice all day. When he wants to get
That he must have been a real slave if he ate chicken and rice all day. But he ate carbs so he could expand the sarcoplasm, create 40 muscles.
shredded for a movie role. Okay. Again, celebrities who are making millions of dollars for their movie roles over here. Yeah.
You think that J Lo, Jennifer Lopez is eating slave food diets to look the way she does? You people are all crazy. She eats the best food. She probably eats caviar all day. Fucking, she eats sushi all fucking day. She eats fucking steaks all day. Like I said, I told you guys my sister had gotten cancer. She had an operation. She got cancer, and now when I talk to her, she says I eat steaks all day. Yeah, she's eating steaks all day because she's scared. She doesn't want to go through another operation because I told her you need to start eating meat. You gotta drink clean water and eat meat, eat fish, meat. You gotta eat as raw as possible. And she is always like, we're always having contact. I told her, no more coffee because coffee's toxic. It causes cancer. Why would you poison yourself? Only a sick human being would consistently poison themselves drinking coffee, broccoli, fruits, like heavy poisoning, like alcohol, smoking marijuana. Only a sick human would do that. Why would anybody normal want to poison their body consistently? This is retarded, like Blaha. He's like fucking lifting every day, this body destruction, and poisoning himself on the slave food diet of fucking tofu, oxalates, toxins, arsenic and shit, rice, glucose. What else does he eat there? These yams and I don't know, sweet potatoes and shit, garbage, whatever, man. Fuck. Beads and stuff with his hot dogs over there. Probably these hot dogs he eats and dead chicken, whatever. The sauce that he puts on his stupid hot dogs and whatever else. He just eats garbage.
I just eat chicken and rice with my guy has me eat. Notice he's not saying I'm eating organic acai berries. Everyone's like, oh, they have chefs and everything. Dude, he's eating chicken and rice just like everyone else does.
Dude, he's eating chicken and rice. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's all you need. That's why your physique looks like shit. Looks like arsenic, destruction.
Everyone who's getting lean, that is the norm. People do sometimes mess with lower carb diets and keto diets, but they're
Look, man, that is not the norm in the fucking looks maxi community. They all eat raw meat. They don't eat fucking rice or fucking what do you call it, broccoli to get that look that they're trying to get. They're all eating raw animal products, you fool.
technically a much smaller group. Movie stars, they get shredded on chicken and rice for these movies.
Yeah, the movie stars, they're all slaves, so they're used to eating slave food diets. A lot of them are stupid. The smart ones, they eat fucking raw animal products. That's why they look good. That's why J-Lo, they're always complaining, how does she look so young? That's just like that Asian guy. Why does he look so young? High protein, animal, raw diet. Because he's from Singapore, dude. Get it? They fucking eat a lot of raw fish there, raw meat.
And it doesn't have to be chicken, it can be vegetables and rice or, lean steak and potatoes, but the idea is the same, isn't it? So we starchy
Yeah, okay, whatever.
carbs, lean protein, low fat, vegetables, over and over and over and over and over and over.
Over and over and over and over and over to poison the shit out of yourself.
It has been the universal method that bodybuilders use to get shredded.
Yeah, sure, okay.
In fact, some of them even do high calories. I've talked about that. Even Dr. Perillo had bodybuilders just doing tons of cardio, eating thousands and thousands of calories of carbohydrate, ultra low fat, bro dieting.
Whatever.
And just using tons of less cardio to bridge the gap, and they just get all shredded.
Yeah, sure.
Literally contest ready. Okay. Works over and over and over and over like a charm. And I know
It works over and over like a charm. It does it. It's just destroying you slowly over and over. The carbohydrates are expanding the non-contractile proteins, the sarcoplasm, and the protein is just shit, bro. Get it?
every time I deviate from it, my
What works for them is steroids because they can't afford to eat because they can only afford to eat slave food diets.
scale stops and I stop losing weight while I've been cutting here.
Okay, how?
And I notice every time I deviate from it, my scale stops and I stop losing weight while I've been cutting here. Everyone says it stalled a bit. Yeah, because I had a bunch
Yeah, sure.
of healthy fats in. Makes it harder to lose fat. Healthy fats are phenomenal.
He's never ever accomplishing his goal because he's skating uphill, eating slave food diets, and exercising the shit out of his body. It's not regenerative. Like, there you go. See?
for gaining muscle. They're phenomenal for certain things for recovery. I think they're phenomenal for recomposition. Okay.
They're not phenomenal for recomposition. What's phenomenal for recomposition in the Luxing Max community is eating a raw animal diet, bro. Get it? Carnivore diet, which Blaha is against people eating their natural diet, raw, carnivore, natural food. He's against natural food because he knows that you guys will get better and you won't need to hire him. Now, the guy that said that he could afford to hire Blaha, like Blaha just said, is because he saved money eating the slave food diet. Get it? Because if he just ate raw animal products, he would never need Blaha. He would not need to hire him. Get it, dude? Yeah. But he's stupid, so I don't know why anybody would hire Blaha. He's just probably making this shit up anyways.
I think they are. Let me be clear. I think throwing healthy fats in when you want to recomp and stay at a similar weight or lean gains, man, they're amazing. But if you want to actually lose fat quickly, the easiest way is to just cut your fat really low. Eat your just basic essential fats, the minimum you need for basic health, and focus on starchy carbs, lean protein.
Starchy
and the
carbs,
chicken and rice works. Same thing I was chatting.
starchy carbs, lean protein. Again, I say it's preference using potato as a catalyst to try to build muscle. To aid, it doesn't build muscle, but to aid in building muscle as an energy source. Dude, if you're my personal thing is this, that you really should try to eat more animal products and eat high animal fat. Now you try to wing off the carbohydrate, the complex carbohydrate, and go and eat animal fat. But that's preference. People have preferences. If you see your physique getting bad because of eating a carbohydrate, complex carbohydrate, then fucking get off it. Start eating animal fat. Really, the human body has adapted to eating high animal fat. So the more you eat, the better off you are. So if you're grinding, if you're making fucking beef in your house, okay, I don't know, you people are cooking. If you're doing like ground beef, then grind up more animal fat. You can get it from your butcher. They have pieces of fat. Get the beef, and make your own beef at home. Get some sirloin beef, right? Get some beef, get some animal fat, and fucking grind up the animal fat like crazy. You need a lot of animal fat. That's definitely going to make you look better. You're going to be a lot better. Your mitochondria is going to function a lot better. You probably, most likely, will be probably even more stronger than you would be eating a complex carbohydrate. But again, it's preference. I don't know. People say they feel stronger with a complex carbohydrate because of the energy it produces. I don't know. I can't tell you. It's a drug. But then there's people that will tell you they're a lot stronger on carnivore diet, high animal fat. So you go try it out for yourself. You got to experiment. Me personally, I find I'm stronger on animal products and animal fat than I was using a complex carbohydrate. See what I mean? But with complex carbohydrate, you expand more of the sarcoplasm. That's the difference.
With, I have a guy I've done multiple consultations with. We were chatting yesterday, and it came up, and he's like, he's lost weight. And he's finishing up, going to be an MD, but he has to work with patients. I mean, it's part of his whole thing in medical school. He's pretty far in. He's not like his first year exactly. I mean, he's finishing up. He's not far from being a full-fledged MD. You know, he's pretty dang close, and he works with people, and he tells them the same thing. He's kind of shown me his diet and what he does. He's like, I mean, I tell this to patients who come in. I'm like, look, if you want to do this easy way, look, chicken and rice. He goes, it's cheap. You're on a budget. You come from because they're like, I can't afford to eat healthy, and they have type 2 diabetes and stuff. And he's like, look,
I can't afford to eat healthy. That's why you're eating chicken, broccoli, rice, arsenic diet. Get it? Toxic diet.
just live on rice, potatoes, and chicken. Okay.
Yeah. Just live on garbage, yes.
Vegetables. Like, it's dirt cheap. You'll lose tons of weight. You'll get your stuff under control.
You'll lose tons of weight because you're malnourished. Malnourishment is associated. Cancer is associated with malnourishment. Did you know that? A lot of these diseases are associated with malnourishment. People that are malnourished, they get cancer. They get a bunch of stuff. I know my sister. She must have been malnourished because I think she works in the food industry, but she definitely was drinking way too much coffee all the time, and she wouldn't eat because I observed her. She wouldn't eat. When we hung out, she wasn't eating. She would drink coffee all the time and just have like the runs all the time, diarrhea. It was crazy. And I knew she was sick for a long time, and I told her years ago, you should start eating more meat and stop eating that food. Just eat, drink water, whatever. She didn't listen to me. She didn't care. She got cancer. That's it. Bottom line, bro. Get it? This is what happens when you're stubborn. You can't stop poisoning yourself. Only a sick human being cannot stop trying to poison themselves and destroy themselves. Only a sick human being would want to destroy themselves. And that's Blaha. He wants to destroy himself because he's already destroyed. And he wants to destroy all of you.
And I mean, isn't that been proven? Like, and why do these people want to argue against that? Has that not been time proven in clinical settings? Literally. Dr. Ornish, other people, right? I've known of multiple doctors who literally just put type 2 diabetics on starchy carbohydrate diets. They take all their refined sugar away, all their saturated fat away, really low fat, starchy carb diets. Some of them get some lean protein and stuff. Drop the fat below 10% of their calories and live on starches specifically. Again, rice, potato, chicken type diets. And it gets their diabetes under control. The success rate is ludicrously high, and they lose body fat. Their insulin sensitivity improves. Like, in clinical settings, this works over and over. The only difference when we're talking bodybuilding is you probably want more protein, right? If you're trying to, build muscle, retain muscle, obviously the extra animal source protein is worth a lot. But even then,
The extra animal proteins is worth a lot. Yeah, it's worth the most. It's a lot.
it doesn't need to be astronomically high, but it does need to be there.
It does need to be high for myofibrillar growth.
It doesn't need to be astronomically high, but it does need to be there. But really,
Again, for myofibrillar growth, it needs to be high protein.
even these clinical settings, it literally works for type 2 diabetics. They lose body fat, gets insulin sensitivity under control.
Look, people like him that are just body destroying, lifting every day in the gym, they don't need to eat high protein. But people that are moving from myofibrillar growth, they need to eat high amounts of protein. Protein synthesis needs to outpace that breakdown. Yeah, in order to see that mass on that myofibrillar.
And over and over and over and over. And the ones I see who do the other, like, well, I don't believe in that approach, and they do low carb, they're still on insulin and stuff. Tons of them still are. I'm not saying that can't work, but
They're in carbs.
again,
What's a carb?
the starches work. So we come over to the real world.
Yeah, the starches work to get you fat. They can get you fat. They can blow you up. They can do a bunch of stuff to you, yes.
Bodybuilders, all these people I know, medical doctors I'm talking to, literally have their patients do stuff like this. Yet people want to argue over and over that these sort of diets are not ideal. Really, it has an insane track record of success. Again, everyone knows, let's be clear, it's not like everyone listening doesn't already know this. You might be in denial of it. Yet bodybuilder after bodybuilder after bodybuilder, oh, chicken and rice, I got shredded from my show. Hugh Jackman, other actors, yeah, chicken and rice, either chicken and rice or chicken and brown rice. Or
Is that what got them ripped? The people that you're watching online? Really? That chicken and rice, whatever? Or was it the steroids they took, the anabolics, to fake it?
Right, like you hear it over and over from these actors. Their trainer put them on. They got shredded, got the great physique for the role. The track record of success is repeatedly high, over and over and over and over.
And over and over and over.
And I mean, we hear it all day. But you can't sell that. You can't sell fad diets and nonsense
Everything works in the beginning until it stops working.
books built around, yeah, just eat chicken, rice, and potatoes and some vegetables and maybe some fat-free dairy.
Yeah, just eat those things with the arsenic. And then when you get sick down the road, you can't figure out what's wrong with you. Just remember, you were eating arsenic and these toxic vegetables. Get it? That got you there. See what I mean? That got you there.
And some fruit here and there. Yeah, you can't sell that.
What got you there before will get you there again by eating what? Slave food diet, arsenic. See what I mean? If you want to get there again, have like these, cancers and diseases and stuff and everything. If you want to get there again, just go back and do the same thing you did before. It'll get you there again. Remember the old saying, what got you there will get you there again. Yeah, it'll get you there again. Just keep doing it. Yeah.
Therefore, people aren't going to.
See, but if you don't want to get there again, then stop doing that. So when you do eventually, when you do one day wake up and you get cancer, diabetes, or some chronic disease from eating arsenic and these toxic plants one day, right? What got you there? Well, then what got you there, you better not be doing the same thing because it'll get you there again. Get it? So what do majority of people do when these foods have gotten them there? They all quit. They either go carnivore diet or they try to do something, but they definitely quit, or they eliminate diet, they do elimination, a bunch of stuff, because they know their instincts are telling them if they do the same thing that got them there, then what got them there, then they do the same thing, it will get them there again. Get it? Yeah.
Push it, and that's what it comes down to. That is literally why this insanely successful, probably the most successful approach in the entire.
See, Blaha, he hasn't learned. What got him here was the slave food diet and body destruction. Now, if you keep doing the same thing, it will get you there exactly where you want to go. See what I mean? Now, if you don't want to get there where you are now, then you're going to have to stop doing that. Yeah.
World for getting lean isn't pushed more these days because you can't slap a price tag on it and you can't sell products with it.
I guess people never learn all of this, sell products with it.
That is the only reason.
Yeah, okay. What a slave, man. I'll see you in the next video. Tell us what you think about that. Like, subscribe, support the channel. Ciao, friends.